Hello, my name is Heru Haryawan. My name is 3324019. I want to the activities listening skill assessment. There are three parts. Next, part 1. Baby caterpillar was tired all summer long. She had been traveling. Slowly through the green world where she lived and feeding on the green leaves that grew near her home. Now autumn had come and Mother Nature had given a holiday to the leaves. Woo, but on their nevertheless or be engulfed and play tag with the breezes. Baby caterpillar went to play to but could not run so fast as the happy little leaves, and she grew very tired and thought she would take a nap, so she found a cozy among in the breezes of grapevine and made herself soft sticky blanket. Then she rolled herself away with in and the quitter little cradle went to sleep. One night, late in the fall, Jack Frost came over the hill. He spit the cradle swinging to and fro and began to play rockily with it, for he is a roguish little fellow and touches everything that comes in his way. But the warm blackened hit the little sleeper so that Jack could not find her. By King Winter come bringing beautiful snow blanks to Mother Nature flowers baby her gently rocked the cradle as he passed and whispered, "Sleep, baby, sleep. You have no need of my blanks." At least, a spring came with the sunburns, the bees and berries are Mother Nature helpers. They woke the flowers from their long winter nap and called to the birds and the brooks to begin their song. When they came to the little brown cradle, they stopped to rest, and baby caterpillar began to get very warm under the blanket. She woke up and stretched herself, and her cradle broke, and she came out to grin, despairing. But what a change! Instead of the old digging dress she wanted to sleep in, she now had a beautiful yellow one, and instead of crawling among the leaves, she flew up and every day, sweet spring air to play with the sunburns flowers. The little children called her a butterfly. Next part 2. Todd. So Meg, you are talking about being in the military and you said you were a medican. You explain what it is. Meg? Yeah, so a medic, which now I believe is called healthcare specialist, is always say in kind of similar to being like a paramedic where it's not a full nurse job. I think nurses have more training like equivalent said nurse, but similar to paramedic where you have certain like minor producer that you're training to do and regular level things like that, and you're training because it's the military. You're especially trained for emergency situation and how to treat someone who has maybe some short life training wounds. So that's being a medic. Thought, wow, that sounds like a really difficult job. I mean it. Not your typical just soldier job. You must have had a lot of schooling and education. Meg, I had will. Everyone goes through the initial about 2.5 most like basic training, and that's more kind of basic combat skills and physical training than kind of things. And then I had 4 months past that to train to be a medic. So we went through like emergency medical technician course. This like different side I got creative with. Then and we had additional training for the military skills like force and emergency producer, the kind of thing. Thought, Ray, can you explain what for is? Make for is entrepreneurs like getting fluids into your body. So if you've lost a lot of blood or maybe you're dehydrated and you need some fluid in your body quickly, then we stick a needle into your vein and then the fluids go in. And the needle comes back out, but a little tub stay in and can get fluids that way. thought. So anybody that's been to the doctor now that's always keen of the anxious moment when the nurse or the person is going to stick the needle in. Where you good at doing that? Make so learn how to do it. I think I was pretty good and actually enjoyed doing it. Not in a creepy way, but it was I guess because I was digging at that it was a pretty of my job that I enjoy. But for myself, before we went through that training, I actually became dangerous and needed to grade and for myself. And I was terrified because I really hadn't had that before in my life. And so the nurse was going to come, but the needle in my arm and I was like, no, it's another, like just drink a lot of water. And she was saying, aren't you going to be a medic? And I was like, I haven't tried it yet. Thought, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was recently in the hospital and they had me strapped up for both blood and for the water, the intravenous drip, and it's annoying because you can really move like if you want to get up and walk anywhere you're stepped with all these tubes and it's not very convenient. Meg? Yeah, or at last you have to careful when I was getting the for I didn't know that needle doesn't stay in your arm. No, for some things it does for blood. Maybe it's diversity. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I was trying to be careful too, but you still want it to go well. So you don't want to move very much. I thought, Rick, so what percent of people would you say freak or when they get the needle or probably 90 or 95% 20? Oh, really? Yeah, even the arms guys will come in and be ended, be like, oh, I'm fine to be like, well, we need to give you and for and they be like, oh, thought, right, yeah, nobody likes that. Make no, thought. So your transition, you were in the medical profession and then you moved to education. Why did you leave the medical profession for education? Meg, yeah, that's interesting because I became a medic in the military, but so after I went, I could continue college that I would be nurse or a doctor, but my time serving as a medic helped me learn that's not what I want to do for my career after all. So I definitely am glad that I had those skills and the things I learned and was able to experience, but I had English had keen of being on the back burner. And so then I said, okay, let me revise this, and I did to English education. I thought, wow, have you ever thought about being like an English specialist for people in the medical field, like teaching doctor and nurse? I guess I haven't talked about this specifically. Sometimes I talk about going back to military. They do have some English schools in the military, and so I guess that would be related also if could be, yeah. So that was interesting something think about. Okay, next part 3. Answer the question correctly through the audio. Number 1. What kind of home would he want to have? He would want medium to large size home with some land around it. Number 2. What would he like to live near? He would like to live near a landscape similar to the Bahamas, which include a lot of trees, lakes, and nearby weather feature as well as hills. Number 3. What do they talk about? They discuss having a medium to large size home with land and not too close to naked boards, and mention fondness for the view of the Bahamas, which has just off-dressed legs and heels. Number 4. What does he want is his idle house. In his idle house, he wants a medium to large house with a plot of land around it. For the yard, he wants it to be green but not too manicured. We saw that he wants it to look with a natural rather than perfectly manicured. He also prefers a large kitchen. Next, part 5. Retell the conversation with your own word, giving the detailed information. In the conversation, one person describes their idol's home as a medium to large house with plenty of land for privacy. They envision a landscape like that Bahamas. Violet white trail, lakes and hills. They prefer a yard that is green but natural and slightly well rather than perfectly manicured. Additionally, they express a desire for spacious kitchen, possessing a functionally and inviting living space. Thank you.